Update: my 25F husband 24M cheated on me during his bachelor trip. You can go to my post history to find the backstory. Throwaway W, only one post. So after getting over it and deciding it's not worth being upset over, I let it go. The dancing and grinding on his trip, but something in my head kept nagging at me how this isn't the whole story. No one acts as guilty as he did if nothing happened. Finally last night, 2 months after the first confrontation, I said I was going to ask the girlfriend of one of his friends who was on the trip what really happened, and that if it was a different story than what he had told me, I was done. He admitted to having made out with the girl. In the bar, in front of all of his friends. I feel manipulated and so foolish to think he would be loyal and truthful with me. Honesty was the foundation of this relationship, and I am immensely hurt by his lying and his actions. Am I supposed to believe this version of the truth now? What if there's more and he just won't admit to it like last time? I don't know what to do. I'm so sad and upset over it, and I just don't want to deal with this at all. I can't ever trust him again. I can't look at him without being hurt and seeing him making out with someone else. I don't have anyone I can talk to about this, so I feel like I'm just crumbling down inside. I'm sorry, this is such a whiny and depressing post, I really had to let it out. Any advice is appreciated. Edit. Thank you so much already for helping me sort through some of my thoughts. I was having such a hard time even understanding what I was feeling, and it's becoming clearer now. Edit 2. He just admitted he groped her all over, including breast and ass. I feel like the wind was knocked out of me. I loved him so much. I fully trusted him. This pain is unbearable. I feel he did more. How do I make the pain go away? I am so miserable. Typical cheating behavior is that they never tell the whole truth. It comes out in drips and drabs, e.g. nothing happened then, well we flirted then, okay she lap danced me but that was LL then, okay we kissed but that was it then, she only gave me a BJ then it turns out he had full-blown sex that night. I'd still try to get the whole truth from his friend. Thing is, there is a huge chance the girlfriend of his friend won't tell you the truth, because it's not her business, and she'll probably have her boyfriend in her ear telling her to not say anything, so whatever she tells you might not be the truth either, and you still won't have closure on this. A shit situation, but the answer lies with your husband. This may sound wild, but figure out in your head if you would stay if he did sleep with her, and if it's yes, move on. But let him know that if it comes out that he's been lying, or if he tries this shit again, you're definitely gone. You leave him now. Don't tolerate this at all, because if you forgive it once, HW might push your limits and get you to forgive him again. He didn't even have the balls to tell you himself. This is the most important thing. How long was he planning on keeping a secret like this? Did he even apologize? Does he feel remorse? Is he sorry? Is he trying to make up for it? I can't ever trust him again. It's over, then, isn't it? Just get a divorce and be done with it. If you can, you should get some counseling for you. To help you deal with this and with everything else in your past. If you're on the fence about leaving him, you can try couples counseling too. I'm sorry that you're hurting, and I hope you feel better soon. You did not deserve to be disrespected that way. He cheated and he lied, and then he lied some more, and he's probably still lying. If you stay with him, he will lie more and most likely cheat more, too. You will never know the full truth of what happened that night, because he certainly won't ever tell you all of it, and apparently his friends aren't trustworthy either, because none of them told you what happened. File for divorce and then get yourself into counseling to help you work through all the pain and emotions. He is not worth your tears or your time, and he is definitely not worth your trust or your love. I feel like he's still not giving you the whole truth. I'd play a bluff here. Sit him down, tell him you talked to someone and they told you a lot more about what happened that night. Tell him he has one chance to come 100% clean and tell you everything. If he lies about anything or leaves anything out, you're done on the spot. I suspect he'll tell you everything. Then dump him. I don't have any advice other than what everyone else has already said. I just want to say I'm so sorry you are going through this. You deserve so much better. I'm more surprised that none of his friends stopped or told you about his actions that night. It speaks volumes how little respect they show you. If I witnessed that, I sure would let the partner know. My uncle had sex with a prostitute on his wedding night and my aunt never knew. It's been over 20 years and she still doesn't know. Also, to let you all know, this is on my dad's side of the family, which I have never talked to before and have no contact with. My mom just told me that story a while back and it came to mind. I'm so sorry you're dealing with all of this. If he were genuinely remorseful, he would have come clean about everything immediately. He would have felt so utterly sick to his stomach over what he did, that he couldn't keep that information from you. But he didn't. He's just trickle-truthing you instead. Giving you just enough information to hopefully keep you around. Check out our Surviving Infidelity, there's some helpful info there. Good luck, and I'm so sorry. Just leave. Why are you going through all this turmoil for someone who clearly doesn't respect you enough to be faithful? I'd ask any of them you can trust. If they won't stop him from making out and grinding on another girl, trust me, they couldn't stop him having sex with her either. I think it's pretty likely he's still lying. At this point it's clear he did a lot more than whatever he was admitting. He cheated before your wedding and didn't come clean until he legally tied himself to you. Some people would want to know more details. Some wouldn't. Whatever you want is fine. In the end it doesn't matter. He cheated. He lied. He continues to lie. He started your marriage off on a lie. I would get a divorce lawyer and an STD check. There's nothing to save here. He hasn't been honest from the start. The truth shall set you free. Discover as much as you can from the friend and your BF. Then take some time to think if you want this relationship. Not going to lie. It sounds like this might be the end. He withheld the truth out of fear of losing you. But he lost you when he betrayed your trust. Relationships are built on trust. And he treated it flippantly. You deserve better than that. I hope you realize this sooner than later. You may find some assistance over at Surviving Infidelity. I also suggest you speak with a professional. It's not easy getting past cheating. I was in your exact same place with my ex. I took him back twice after he cheated with an ex of his. We still ended up separating a couple of years later. We could have saved so much time if we had just separated in the beginning. In saying that though, I have met someone now who 100% has my trust and I have no worries or fears. Apologies for format. On mobile. When you're about to get married is when you're the most full of love for your spouse. If someone will cheat at the height of their relationship, they can never ever be trusted, I feel. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I would probably try to find out the whole truth from his friends, even though it's very possible they will lie to cover up for him. It's possible that your husband already called them and informed them that you want to ask them about the night so they can all agree on the same story to tell. I doubt anyone will tell you he cheated because they would feel responsible for you breaking up. This depends on how good friends they are with you and him. I wouldn't make any big decisions while being angry and upset. Think if you can trust him again, if you can still see you two together in a few years, if you can see him without feeling hurt. Take your time and make a decision that is good for you. I wish you best of luck. He's been doing the whole trickle truth thing with you. He's only telling you half-truths and only what he thinks you'd know. I'd get some business cards from local divorce attorneys, sit him down, place one of them in front of him and tell him that you are giving him one last chance to tell you everything and that it better be the truth or you'll be calling this person the next day. Don't have to tell him initially whose business card it is, let him look at it. I personally would say that I've already spoke to friend's girlfriend so you'll know if he is lying to you. In 3 more weeks the story will be she ducked his dick but that was it. And a month after that it'll be okay, maybe we had sex but it wasn't cheating, we weren't married. Honestly, screw this guy. You were 100% right that he had ample time to not only tell you, but tell you the truth and the whole truth. Now you know he is a cheat and a liar. You're always going to know you married him under false pretenses that he was faithful and now you need to decide whether it's something you can forgive. Mind you, usually when people forgive cheaters, they end up being cheated on again. Clearly you two shouldn't have gotten married. If 2 months into your marriage all trust has been lost, you should divorce immediately. He lied twice. The trust is gone. I'm sorry girl, but you deserve better. I'm rooting for the best for you. Everything will work out, you're still so young and I'm sorry this happened. Lol, you're mad about dancing. This guy is in for a long GGGGGGG life. Honestly. Going to the friend isn't worth the trouble and to see it she'll spew to cover for your husband. You know his worthless ass is lying to you already, why the hell would you listen to him now? Divorce and find someone actually worth your time. The person you married isn't real girl, let him go cheat on someone else like the 2-timing man whore he is. Your husband could have been placed in a new environment, bachelor party, where he acted very inappropriately and maybe at that time he did not think twice to act better, got caught up in the moment trying to be cool. It could be a huge massive mistake that is out of his character and normally would not do. The question you have to ask yourself is, would he do this in a normal environment? Is he someone you think could be capable of acting this way again? And yes, you have the answer already to that question. I'm sorry that this happened to you. This is very bad karma. If I may ask, did he know this girl? There were spouses with the party? I would ask the spouses and see if there is the slightest difference in their stories. Also, if your fiancé disappeared at any time during this party, there's a good chance that you will trip them up. I might add that there are a lot of people who don't believe that something like this counts, but you are engaged in an exclusive relationship. You are not the asshole, he is. I never believed, once a cheater always a cheater, until I went through it myself. It's so tiring not being able to trust someone. As someone who gave chance after being cheated on, I wouldn't waste a single minute more on him. He doesn't deserve it. He couldn't be upfront and honest with you, let alone be loyal and have enough self-control to not do it in the first place. He did all this knowing it would hurt you. He cared more about the experience than the pain he would cause you. Annul the marriage and move on. He broke your trust, now you break him. It's most definitely over, and you are merely playing these games in yourself as a form of denial, to prolong the possibility of hope. He cannot unbreak this. Everything passes. Cheaters keep lying and cheating. Leave this guy. No one deserves to be lied to. Speaking from experience. Think about how you would feel every day if you married him? I suspect that would be even harder than walking away now. I know that doesn't make it any easier, but do what your future self will thank you for. Sorry this happened to you. Don't blow it out of proportion.